Pastor Dalrock writes another article about feral love, in which the basic premise is that romantic love is feral and wild. And so he says that the modern elevation of unconstrained romantic love to something pure and wise and moral is something that he thinks future cultures will look back upon with great curiosity. He says that wiser cultures understood that romantic love is an incredibly powerful force which, unless carefully restrained, tends to wreak havoc. He says, as Wikipedia explains, this is interesting, in the classical world, erotic love was generally referred to as a kind of madness or a mania, like a madness from the gods. This love passion was described through an elaborate metaphoric and mythological system involving love arrows and love darts, whom the god Cupid would shoot at. Now, everybody's heard of Cupid, but the thing that's interesting is Cupid was the Latin god. Eros was the Greek god who would shoot these arrows, and which would confuse people with this romantic love. Now, the interesting thing about that is, if you've been in the church for any length of time, you know, usually there's three words in the Greek language for love. There is eros, which is romantic love, erotic love. There is phileo, which is brotherly love. And then there is agape, which is God's kind of love for us. So he says this Eros was, I didn't realize this, is the god of romantic love in this universe. And his counterpart then in Latin was, for the Rome, was Cupid. It says, at times the source of the arrows was said to be the image of the beautiful love object itself. These arrows were to arrive at the lover's eyes, and they would then travel to and pierce or wound his heart and overwhelm him with desire and longing. This love sickness, right, which is kind of what you get in Cupid. The image of the arrow's wound was sometimes used to create this type of oxymorons or antithesis or pleasures or pain. Passionate love often has disastrous results, according to classical authors, and he's meaning like Greek and Roman culture there. And he says then, going on from Greek and Roman culture, Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet serves as a warning against the dangerous childish nature of romantic love. Although today's audiences are very unlikely to be able to comprehend the message that Shakespeare was trying to give in Romeo and Juliet. So he says our modern view of romantic love is so profoundly foolish because it fails to grasp the fact that the unconstrained search for romantic love leads to a never-ending stream of new love, ultimately followed by disappointment and disinterest for one and heartbreak for the other. And he says, now this is the most important part here, even Christians have fallen for this toxically foolish concept, romantic love, this feral love. And as a result, when Christians approach the epidemic of wife-initiated divorce, the focus is not on the scriptural framing of marriage, but on demanding that husbands make their wives love them with romantic love, instead of the new man she has fallen in love with. So she has a man that she likes more than her husband because he makes her feel more romantic and gives her the tingles. The old husband doesn't anymore, and so the husband must pursue her to give her the romantic feelings again, right? And he says this is interesting. This is the core message of the movie Fireproof. If anybody's seen that Christian movie Fireproof, he says the fact that hundreds of millions of Christians watched this movie and delighted in its presumed Christian message on marriage is immensely troubling. And I think he's right. I think he's right about that. That this man would have to win his wife back using romantic love. That is not biblical marriage. And it's not biblical love. It's not agape love. Okay. Our current madness stands in stark contrast to the elegant wisdom of the Bible on this topic, which explains that lifelong marriage is the only moral safe harbor for sex and romantic love. But he says, now this is interesting, Pastor Dalrock believes that 1 Corinthians 7 teaches that it is only wise to marry someone if you burn with passion for them, right? There needs to be that passion there, or else it's probably gonna not be so good in our current culture. Because in our current culture, you have to have romantic love, or else the marriage is probably not gonna last. Interesting thoughts here. Interesting thoughts. Hey, give me a comment, give me a like, subscribe to my channel. Let me know what you think here. This is really interesting stuff about feral love, romantic love, not being biblical marriage. How biblical marriage is what sanctifies sexual relations, not romantic love. And that is a very deep divider. We're going to go deeper into this in the next few videos here, but this is good stuff. We got to get this marriage thing turned around here. Christ is winning. He is building his church, and the gates of hell will not prevail against it. Until next time, this is the Postmillennial Man.